right, your first question on daily math today told you to order the numbers 43,009, 42,900, and 43,900 from greatest to least. So, Cash, if I'm going from greatest to least, what does that mean?
The greater one and then to the least one.
Okay, what does greater mean? The
Big number.
biggest. Very good. Which one of those three numbers is the biggest?
42,900.
Very good. How did you know 43,900 was the biggest?
Because I knew that the 42,000 one wasn't going to be bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Then on the 43,000, I looked at the hundreds.
Very good.
And I saw that one had 900 and that one had 009.
Very good. So we know 43,000s were going to be the biggest because 3,000 is more than 2,000. So then you went to your hundreds place and noticed 900 was bigger than 0. So that'll be the second greatest. What's the least number?
42,900.
Very good. So the correct answer is 43,900, 43,009, then 42,900. The bottom choice is correct. The 10,000s are all the same. So we go to the next smaller place value, which is the thousands. 3,000s, 3,000s, then 2,000s. I know the ones with 3,000 will be bigger. Then Cash said he went on to the hundreds. He knew 900 was bigger than 0 hundreds. And then, of course, 42,900 would be the smallest. Yes. Yes. Next, it asks you to write the number 3,801,440 in expanded form. Olivia, how do we do that?
You would do like the first. This is how I did it. I did like 3,000 and I did 3,000 well 3,000,000.
Okay.
And then I looked at the 8 and it was the 8,000. And I looked at
It was 8 what?
800,000.
800,000.
And then I looked at the 4 and that was 100. And I looked at the other 4 and that was
How about this 1?
and there was 0. Wait, and then the 1 was 1,000.
1,000. And then you said there were 4 hundreds and there were 4 tens. So when we write a number in expanded form, we write the value of each digit. So we would have 3 million plus 800,000 plus 1,000 plus 400 plus 40. So the second choice is correct. Good job, Olivia. Why is the first option not correct? What's incorrect about option 1, Harper?
Because remember 8,000.
Yeah.
It's not the correct one because it's 800.
Exactly. And our number, the 8, is in the 100,000s place value. So 80,000 is incorrect. What's wrong with the last option, Owen?
It has a 4 instead of a 40.
It has a 4 instead of a 40. Do you see anything else that's wrong with it? What else, Caden?
There's a 300,000 instead of.
Yeah. And it has 300,000 instead of 3 million. All right. Next, we had to write the number 50,216 in standard form. What does standard form mean, Ansley?
Like standard way of writing.
Yeah, just the standard regular way of writing numbers. So how would we write that number?
Just 50,000.
So a 5 and then what?
A 0.
Okay. What does thousand tell me that I need to put after those numbers? A comma. Very good. Then what?
You put a 2 and then 16.
2 and then 16. 50,216. Next, we're rounding the number 5,382,619 to the nearest thousand. How do we do that, Ansley?
You would look at the thousands place and then look at the hundreds, and if the hundreds and if the number in the hundreds place is higher than 5, then it's telling the 2 to round up. So
Okay.
it'll be 5,383,000.
Very good. The 5 million and the 380 stay the same. That's not going to change. Ansley said the 6 in the hundreds place, since it's greater than 5, that's more than the midpoint, then the 2 in the thousands place will go up to a 3. And then what do I do with the rest of my numbers after that?
Just turn them into 0.
Turn them to zeros. Very good. All right. Next question says, what is 37,493 decreased by 8,500? What does decreased mean? What does it mean, Harper?
To go down.
To go down, yeah. Yesterday we had increase, which meant go up.
Together.
Today our question asks us about decreasing, which means to go down. So 37,493 decreased by 8,500. How did you solve, Harper?
I subtracted 37,493 and 8,500.
Very good. So, Cash, when I'm writing 8,500 to subtract from 37,493, where do I need to put that 8? Underneath the 7. You're exactly right. Why?
Because that number's not bigger than 37,000.
Yeah.
And you put the 8 under the.
Yeah, because in 37,493, the 7 is in the thousands place value, and the 8 is in the thousands place value, and 8,500. All right, so Harper, walk me through how to subtract now.
3 minus 0 is 3.
Okay,
9 minus 0 is 9.
okay,
You can't take 5 from 4. Go borrow from 7. That makes him 6. Then makes that 4, 14. 14 minus 5. 9. What's 9? You can't take 8 from 6. So go borrow from that 3. That makes that 3 is 2. And that makes that 6 a 16. 16 minus 8. 8.
mm-hmm.
And 2 minus nothing is 2.
Very good. So the correct answer is 28,993. Good job, Harper. All right, let's find the product of 9,361 times 7. Christopher, how did you solve that one? 9,361 times 7.
I stacked 9,000 up top and then times 7 beside it. And then I did 300 times 7 and 60 times 7 and 1 times 7.
Why did he do 9,000 times 7, 300 times 7, 60 times 7 and 1 times 7. Why would he have done that? Amy? I asked you to close your Chromebook.
I didn't do it right.
Why would he have broken 9,361 into 9,361?
He could add like that up to make it like more easier.
Yeah, he's breaking it apart into expanded form, and that lets us see what each part represents. All right, so 9 times 7 is 63. And how many zeros do we have, Christopher? 3 zeros. Because in our factor, in the number we multiplied, we had 3 zeros. All right, then what?
3 times 7 is 21.
Good. And how many zeros?
2 zeros.
2 zeros. Okay.
And 6 times 7 is 42.
And we have 1 0.
And 1 times 7 is 7.
Very good. So now I have all those parts, or all those partial products. What do I do now?
Now you add them up.
Now I add them together. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 7 is 7. 0 plus 0 plus 2 is 2. 0 plus 1 plus 4 is
5.
3 plus 2.
3 plus 2 is 5.
And 6 plus nothing.
6.
So the product is 65,527. That one's on there again. We've already solved that, so we don't have to do that again. All right, next we need to find the quotient. What does that word quotient mean? What does that word quotient mean? No, not sum. Sum is when we find the answer to an addition problem. What is a quotient? Dylan?
Divided by.
Yes, it's the answer to a division problem. So in this problem, we have 827 things total. That's the total number of things we have. And we're splitting those into how many equal groups? Cash?
2.
How many?
8.
8 equal groups. Okay. So let's think about how we would solve. We're just making sense of our numbers. I have 827 things, and I need to put them into 8 equal groups. Olivia, how would you solve that?
I would put 800 8 times, and then I would put 8 times, and I would put 7.
Okay. We're not multiplying, we are dividing them into 8 equal groups. But thinking about breaking that number apart like you did, let me get my groups drawn. There's 4 groups. 5, 6, 7. There's my 8 equal groups. So if I'm thinking about the place values and breaking it apart like you did, how many could I start giving each group? If I have 800 and I have 8 equal groups, what would you start with giving each group? What are you thinking, Dylan?
100.
100. Why would you give each group 100?
Because there's 8, and you can just go, bing, knock
Yeah, knock those hundreds out. If I give each group 100, there's 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800. Now how many do I have left? 27. Yeah, now I've just got 27 things to put into 8 groups. So, what are you thinking, Cash? What should we give each group to get rid of those 27? Okay, so if I give 7, 14, 21, 28. That's more than I have. So can I give each group 7? Okay, so Owen's thinking 3. Why are you thinking 3, Owen?
I don't know. I just kind of think it's 3.
No, something about, well, let's just try 3. All right, here we go. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. Do you notice something about the number of groups that we have, which is 8, and 3 that we just put in each group? What is 8 times 3? 24. What did we just count when I counted by 3s? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. So let's think about this for just a second. Hang on. Had 27. I had 27. And 8 times 3 is the closest that I can get to 27 without having too many. What if I did 8 times 4? I heard 4 back there. What's 8 times 4?
28.
28.
28.
8. Hold on. 8 times 4 is what? I've heard 3 different answers. What's 8 times 4?
28.
Okay.
If you did 1, it would just be 8. Then you'd have to go around again.
So let's think about this for just a second. Could I give each one of my groups another one? Why not?
Because this 28 is higher than...
Yeah, that's more than what I have. So, how many extras?
3 more extras.
How many more extras do I have?
1. Oh, no, you have 1 extra.
8 times 4 is actually 32. We wrote that down wrong. So, how many extras do I have? If I've only used 100, if I can put 103 in each group, I've used, let's count how many we've used. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 803, 806, 809, 812, 815, 818, 821, 824. So we've used 824 of these things that we have. I have 827. I heard somebody saying give them one more. So let's see what happens if we give one more. We're at 824, 825, 826, 827. Can we do that? Yeah, why not, Harper?
Because only 3 get 1.
Yeah, only 3 groups get this 1 extra.
So it's 103 with a remainder of 3.
Exactly, 103 with a remainder of 3. I want to show you something just for, and I don't expect you, this is the first time I've shown you this. So I don't expect you to remember how to do it exactly right tomorrow. I just want you thinking about how these numbers work together. So I had 800, I'm going to erase this real quick so I have some more room to work. I had 827 things to put into 3 groups. So if I give each group, I can give 100. Do I have any hundreds left over? I didn't, did I? I used all 800. I put 100 into each group. So I didn't have any hundreds left over. Could I give each group 2 for 10s? I can't give each group a 10, can I? So I'm going to have to, no, because if I only have 2 to give, and I start giving 10, 20, is that fair to the others? No. I can only give it to 2 groups. So I can't put any whole 10s in there. So now I'm going to take my 2 10s and put it over here with my 1s. I have 27 1s. So I'm thinking in my head, 8, that's the number of groups I have. 8 times what gets me as close as I can get to 27 without going over. And when I think about 8 times 1 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, 8 times 3 is 24, 8 times 4 is 32. That's too much. So it has to be 3. So my answer was 103. And since I only used 24, I've got some left over. 25, 26, 27. I have 3 left over. So there's my answer, 103, remainder 3. All right, next we're finding the sum. 429,763 plus 396,542. Where do I start, Brayley? In the 1s, okay. So 3 plus 2 is 5. 6 plus 4 is 10. So I'm going to write down the 0. Regroup my 1. 1 plus 7 plus 5 is, I'm going to write down the 3. Regroup the 1. 1 plus 9 makes 10. Plus 6 more is 16. So I'm going to carry the 1. I see I have a 1 and a 9, so that makes the 10. Plus 2 more is 12. I'm going to regroup the 1. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 3 is 8. So the sum is 826,305. Okay. Now I'm finding the difference. So if I'm finding the difference, I'm subtracting. I have 826,305 subtracting 429,763. 5 minus 3 is 2. If I go over to my 10s, I can't do 0 minus 6. So I'm going to have to borrow. I'm going to make that 3 a 2. And that 0 a 10. 10 minus 6 is 4. If I come over to my hundreds, I can't do 2 minus 7. So I'm going to make my 6 into a 5. My 2 will become 12. 12 minus 7 is 5. I can't do 5 minus 9, so I have to borrow again. I'm going to make that a 1. So I've made my 2 and 10,000s into a 1. I'm adding 10, so I have 15 minus 9 is 6. I can't do 1 minus 2, so I'm going to regroup again. Make my 8 into a 7, and that 1 becomes 11. 11 minus 2 is 9, and 7 minus 4 is 3. So 396,000 542. Yes.
I solved that problem by I looked at the addition problem and 826,305 was, and those two numbers were a part of that.
Oh, Harper noticed something.
So I just said it should be that part. Should be.
You're exactly right. I did that on purpose. I wanted to see if anybody noticed the relationship between this problem, where your answer was 826,305 after adding these two parts. I wanted to know if you noticed the relationship between the total and the parts when you got over here to the subtraction and you had the total and you were taking one of the parts away. Did you really have to solve that one if you noticed?
No.
No, because you already knew what the other part was. Okay, yeah, good. I was hoping someone would notice that. All right, real quickly, let's check this challenge problem. It says to think about breaking 13 apart into tens and ones. So Melissa and her mom are going on a trip. They travel 238 miles each day for 13 days. How many miles will they travel all together? So Amy, how did you solve that?
I did 238 times 13.
Okay, so what if we break it into tens and ones? If we did 238 times 10, what happens when we multiply by 10?
It goes up by 10.
Yeah, each place value shifts to the left, so we would have 2,380. Now we just have 238 left to multiply by 3. So 200 times 3 is 600. 30 times 3, 90. And 8 times 3 is, okay, 24. So now we add those together. 0 plus 0 plus 4 is 4. 9 plus 2 is 11. And 1 plus 6 is 7. So we have 714. What do I need to do with those two parts now? Add them together. 0 plus 4 is 4. 8 plus 1 is 9. 3 plus 7 is 10. Regroup the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. So 3,094 miles. All right.